Alright, so my name's Brandon. I'm doing a new show called Fix or Fab, Fab or Fix, because that's pretty much all I do is fabricate things or fix things. Most of the time for other people, and occasionally my stuff. But I got a long list of my own stuff to fix. But today we're gonna do fix this sport quad or this utility quad here. It's a friend of mine's at work. Problem I got with it, or he's got with it, is it'll start fine. And it does. I mean, it could be 30 some degrees outside. Starts right up, runs for a little bit, dies, and you can't get it started. At least I can't. I can't get it started. Choke. It's got plenty of gas, fresh gas, new carb rebuild, everything. But I've done some research in it. I guess if you don't adjust the valves on them, or if they get too tight, I guess there's a lot of overlap. You won't have any compression. You won't make power. So it's either that, or I'm thinking it might be the coil. Maybe I don't know. Because most of the time, if I can get it to start on gas and air alone, ether will start it, and this ether won't. So I got some new feeler gauges. Went to Sears, local hardware store. I can't believe they actually had some. Had a pretty good layer of dust on them because I couldn't imagine a whole lot of people buy these. But I'm gonna dig into it, and I'm gonna check the valve clearance on the valves and go from there. So again, this is I work on a lot of cars and stuff. Most of my experience is cars, but never really do a whole lot of quads, whatever. And I try to stay away from valve overhead, valve lash adjustments and stuff. So I'm going to give this a shot, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so what's here? No, it's a 98, what is it, Artic Cat, 454, four-wheel drive. It's the biggest motor they made for 98, I guess. And I'm going to tear it apart, so I'm thinking about doing a time lapse, speed it up. I tried YouTubing to see if someone else has done this valve adjustment. I didn't, so I'm going to make a video. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll speed through it with the time lapse. Alright, and we're back. We did the time lapse video. Yeah, I don't even know how long it went on, but it was about 10-15 minutes, maybe, not that long. But anyways, I got everything off pretty much. It really wasn't that bad, just a bunch of Torx bits. Torx bits, where'd they go? Yeah, all the Torx bits right there. Keeps all the front body work on. There's front body work. Gas tanks off. I did have to take the handlebars off to get the gas tank off, no big deal. And then I had to cut the fuel line, no big deal, I'll trim it up so it looks nice, and then put it back on. The other thing I gotta do is I gotta take the carburetor apart, because he said that fuel leaked out overnight in his garage. So I'm thinking maybe the fuel bowl stuck. I don't know. So I'm going to take it apart, clean it up, see what's going on inside. But the reason I had to take all the bodywork off is to get to these cam covers. Now again, I've never done this before. I try and stay far away from it because I don't like doing it. There's a cam cover. I'll take that one off. And then here's another cam cover. I'll take that one off too. I'll have to check the clearance between the exhaust valve and the intake valves versus the rockers. So I seen another guy do it. Watched his YouTube video. It was a different vehicle, but I think we can do it. Like I said, I got work on a lot of cars, so it's all the same, right? So I'm gonna get my my air gun here. Yeah, air gun, because I don't want any FME for you nuclear power plant fans. I don't want any FME in there, so I'm gonna blast her out. Alright, and you know what I think? I think before I put a plastic on, if everything works out, everything runs good, I think I'm going to power wash this for the guy. So, it's pretty dirty. So, next step, take the coil off, and we'll go from there. Alright, so next up, take this coil off. I got this Torx bit. This is 87-144. I'm the kind of guy that's like trial and error, just keep trying until they fit. But hey, this nut here is 10 mil, so some advice for you. So take this off so I get to that cam inspection cover. Sears light here. I'll tell you what, if you guys want a good light, good portable light, you know, battery power, rechargeable, man, I got this thing from Sears, man. This thing's awesome. Craftsman, huh? Battery powered, high, low. I've had it 2-3 years, still kicking. The battery's kind of losing its charge, whatever, but you know, it does what it needs to do. I think it was 15 bucks or something. So there's a product endorsement for you. And no, I wasn't paid. Let's get this sucker out. Alright, I'm going to put these nuts back on here so we don't lose them. I know you guys at home, guys and gals, maybe we do a project, have some parts left over. I think it's designed for that, right? You're supposed to have parts left over. That's what I always thought. Okay, so we got the coil out of the way. Gotta take this inspection cover off here. I think I'm gonna give her a couple more squirts of air. Alright, got her clean. Now it's time to take the cover off. Alright, time to take the cam cap cover thingy-majiggy off. 10mm. I like to do this by hand. I'm not going to put the impact on this one. I like to give a shout out to the guy I watched his video from. I can't think of the guy right now, but at the end of the video, I'll give a shout out to him and thank him for his video tutorial. It was on another make and model 4-wheeler, but I tell you what, sure looks the same. Ah, there we go. Let me sure you keep the O-ring in there. Those look a little loose. Alright, put that out of the way so we don't lose that. But that's it. Huh. Hot dog. Yep, anyways, you gotta make sure the clearance between these rocker arms and the top of the valve. The problem that we had was that he would run until it warmed up and then it'd die and fall on his face. I thought maybe it was a coil because after that fact, I couldn't get to start on starting fluid or ether or whatever. So, I thought maybe the coil was getting hot or something. And that still may be the case, but I know the owner of this quad, he doesn't know the last time these valves were adjusted. So when I was in the ATV whatever power sports place to get a new coil, they were asking me questions about what's wrong with it. And I told them, like, well, they've checked the valves. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? He's like, well, they're non-hydraulic valve train or whatever. I don't know, I'm not an ATV guy. But anyways, I guess you gotta check the valve clearance, because if they're too tight, when the motor when the motor warms up, these townsers get really tight. And when they get tight, the valves will stay open, I guess, afloat, and you lose a bunch of compression, so it won't run even with either. So I'm gonna get this on top dead center. If I know this right, I'm gonna take pull start off and take this plug out, and I'll have to peer down into that hole to figure where the top dead center is on the crank, and then do the valve adjustment for that. I'm also gonna pull the spark plug out so we don't have any compression. So that way it's a lot easier to turn the motor over. And I'm also going to take that cover off there too. Alright, we're going to take this other cover off on the front. Looks like that's the exhaust valves here. Pretty impressive, 4 valves per cylinder, man. It's more valves per cylinder than any of my cars I got. Loosen these bolts here. So a little off topic. They got rid of our modern rock station here in the Quad Cities. So now we don't have any modern rock. We just got classic rock and more country stations that I can shake a guitar at. So anyways, I've been listening to this classic rock and it's pretty okay, man. Some old school AC/DC, Metallica. Oh yeah, make sure you don't drop anything in the motor there. Alright, see the other O-ring looks a little big, but I think we can get it to work. Alright. Looks pretty good. Nice and clean inside. Alright, now we're going to take the side covers off here and go from there. Alright. we're gonna adjust some valves. Let's see where we're at. I got the feeler gauges. When I was at the auto parts store, I got the adjustment numbers. Intake is 3 to 5 thousandths, and exhaust is 5 to 7 thousandths. And most important, we got our classic rock going. So let's see if we can't see what we got here. Now, unfortunately, this feeler gauge set starts at 5 thousandths, so I guess that's where we're going to start it at. So I'm going to separate it here. So I got just the one. I'll take the 5 and 6 thousandths off. Start with the lesser of the two. Now I'll show you. I got my light shining inside the piston there. We just came down this top dead center there. Yeah. Okay, so now we're coming back down. So now check an adjustment. And I can't even get the 5 thousandths in there. And it's pretty tight. So that's probably a problem. Alright, so 8mm. Loosen this nut here. Take the tension off. Make sure she's off. Okay. I'm gonna carefully loosen it just a hair. I mean, not gonna take much. Get the old 5. F of me. Got a hair in there. Okay. Alright. Now we can fit the feeler gauge in there. Try to tighten it just a insy bitsy more. Okay, that's pretty tight. You're supposed to get a little bit of drag on it. That's pretty good. Let's try the other one here. Okay, that's pretty loose. Tighten it just a hair. Hope you guys got a good camera angle here. That's too tight. Loosen it just a little bit more. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to tighten it while it's in there. No, mind you, I've never done this before, so I'm going to try tighten it like that. I know in cars, you put a wrench on here and an Allen on that or something to hold that. So I got that tight. Okay, so I left that in there. Try to put it back in. Oh, yeah, look at that. Got some nice drag on it. Oh yeah, we're in business now. Okay, so I'll do the same thing over here. That's pretty good there. I'll tighten this one down too. Hopefully this works. Okay, now I try to put retard strength on or anything, you know, Hercules style, but look at that. You guys see that? Come on, that's awesome. For all you DIY out there, all you do-it-yourselfers who like to do it yourself, that's magic, man. I kind of like doing that. That's a great sound. You guys hear that? That's nice. That's just butter right there. Okay, so I'm gonna set the camera on the exhaust side, and we'll adjust that side. But first, let me take a selfie. I'm just kidding. I'm not taking selfies. Unless the girlfriend's here, she likes to take selfies because she's pretty beautiful, if I might say. I'll put a picture up before you guys. She's pretty hot. But anyways, if you guys like the video, make sure you comment or like the video down below, negative, bad, whatever. I don't care. Just tell me what your thoughts are, and I'll try and improve them as I go. So thanks for watching, and I'll set up the exhaust valve here. Alright, update. So I did the exhaust valves already. I didn't show that because my battery died on my GoPro, and I don't have a second battery. So that's the way I did it. They actually weren't too bad. They were a little loose, maybe 7/8 thousandths. I take them back 8 or 9 thousandths. I put them back down to 7 thousandths. Put it back together. So I'm putting everything back together, and I go to put the plug or the boot back on the spark plug, and look, it came off. Look at that. Look how gross that is, man. It's all corroded and everything. So I assume that is probably a majority of the problem. But the intake valves were tight, but you know, now that's fixed. So I ordered a new coil on eBay, 12 bucks, coming from California. So I guess here is where she sits until I get the coil. So yeah, so we'll fast forward when we get it in.